One of the big news that broke here over the weekend is, will Aaron Rodgers retire? After all the BS we've been through the last week, would Aaron Rodgers just turn around and
Every
retire?
now and then.
What the hell? So
That doesn't surprise me.
now
There was actually
this
talks
is
about that like 3 weeks ago, but sorry.
yeah. Well, we talked about that weeks ago, and then all of a sudden he started contacting all these teams. It's like, why are you contacting these teams if you are thinking about retiring? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, and I'm going to say this as a Giants fan myself, point blank. When you contacted the Giants, that's a move of desperation. That's saying, I want to play.
Yeah.
That's just what it boils down to. So this is from Diana Russini of The Athletic. She said, Rodgers has been targeted by the Steelers and Giants, but has essentially put both teams on hold while he waits for clarity regarding the Vikings situation. If Minnesota ceases to be an option, it's also possible that Rodgers will turn down the Steelers, a 2024 playoff team, and Giants, and instead opt out for retirement. The bottom line, there are a lot of people waiting on Rodgers' decision, and Rodgers, at least for now, is waiting on O'Connell. This screams to be one of those moments where the Giants need to show a little bit of pride. Listen, Russell Wilson's already been in. Joe Flacco's already been in. We're going to talk about it a little bit. Jameis Winston's coming in for a visit as well. At a certain point, guys, I get the Giants saying, I'll give you a day or two to figure out your options. It's been a goddamn week.
Yeah. It's a world in the offseason in the NFL.
I mean, technically it's been, a little less than a week since he's been officially cut, but he's been talking to people since the goddamn combine. Do you think that we're the only ones he talked to at the NFL combine? I find that very hard to believe. So at a certain point, and I get it, like Shane and Dable are trying to keep their jobs. They think that he's going to help them, keep their jobs. But at a certain point, guys, show a little goddamn pride in yourselves. Stop showing humility. Shows pride. Because if Aaron Rodgers is literally saying to people, I want to go to the Vikings, or I just may retire because I really don't want to play for the Giants, then say, F off. We don't want you either.
Yeah, cut the cord. You already gave me your answer by saying that you're going to retire if you're not a Viking. That's your answer.
I don't want somebody that flat out doesn't want to be here. That's not part of building a winning culture. By literally saying by holding people hostage to a certain degree and saying, well, come here because at least you won't have to retire.
Yeah.
Like, if that's where we're at, Russell Wilson wants to be here. Jameis Winston wants to be here. Joe Flacco wants to be anywhere. He's just happy at 40 that somebody still wants him. But this is where we're at here. Instead, this franchise has been held hostage by this guy. And, I'm trying to have the more realistic approach. I think it was Art Stapleton who tweeted out this morning saying, why not give Aaron Rodgers his time unless Russell Wilson comes to you and says there's a deadline? Well, I'm sorry, but at a certain point, you got to say, we got to figure out our own damn situation.
Yeah.
We're giving you the time, but we got to figure out our own damn situation. And Russell Wilson is not just talking to the Giants, guys. We know he's talking to the Browns. I know there's been some talk with the Titans, though I heard that did not go far, and the Titans are probably just going to go ahead and get Cam Ward. Spoiler alert there. But, you still have the chance to risk losing these guys. And to me, you should be signing multiple quarterbacks at this point. Multiple quarterbacks. Like, I want Russell Wilson, and I want Jameis Winston. And I want to put both on the roster. And I want to go, I wouldn't say fantastic. Let's be realistic here.
Well, no, I'm just saying that you actually give yourself multiple options compared to the past couple of years where you're like, DJ, you're the guy. And you know what? Your only challenge in the past 6 years is going to be Drew Lock.
But it's also because if you do that, you can now guarantee that whatever rookie you get, whether it's Sanders at 3 or you get somebody else in the mid rounds, that you can let them sit. You don't have to rush them out. Even during case of an injury, you don't have to rush them out. And I think he got a good scenario by doing it that way. As good as you can possibly get this offseason.
And that's why I said fantastic.
Yeah. Fantastic for what's available.
Correct.
Not so fantastic overall.
well, you're talking about quarterback play. That's one thing. You're talking
Yeah.
about giving yourself options. It's a fantastic thing to do instead of just
Yeah.
saying we're going to bring one guy and just hope for the best.
But like I said, to me, it's guys. It's like I said, we know it's been a week since free agency started. It's been weeks that Rodgers has been trying to figure out what he's doing. And at a certain point, you got to sit there and tell him, well, you got 6 hours. You got 3 hours, whatever time you want to give. You need to come out with a number that you want to play for, or just, call us up and say, I still can't decide. And we're going to move on to the direction.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't have to be aggressive saying 6 hours, but like, listen.
Well, I'm just saying, I would still say that way. If you want to give him a timeline, go ahead and give him a timeline.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Aaron,
like, you
we
can't
gave
sit
you
there and
5
say,
days.
listen, you make a decision now. Like, that doesn't happen.
No, but hey, we gave you days. Now you've been wavered for 5.5 days. Guess what? Come tomorrow, noon, you don't have a decision, then we don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got to give him a deadline. Deadline's got to be there. And I would start negotiating point blank right now with both Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. In fact, I wouldn't even let Jameis Winston, when he comes in for the visit tomorrow, spoiler alerts, we're talking about that in a little bit, I wouldn't let him leave the building regardless of Rodgers.
100% no.
That's just me. And it's not to say he's this great, amazing player. It's just because of the fact that he's going to be cheap. He's going to be somebody who can start, and we've got injury issues always with our team. So, but like I said, Rodgers, point blank, time to poop or get off the pot, to put it nicely.
And Winston also comes at a cheap cost, and he also knows that granted, even if he's the first signed, you can have the conversation, and he knows that he's going to be the backup.
Yeah. No,
so
and you say that to him point blank, and he's not going to get upset.
Yeah.
Whereas Adoree
Jackson to Rodgers
will get upset. Adoree Jackson, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
You know what I meant.
Good thing I said Rodgers first, huh?
Womp. It's how tired I am of him. I'm so tired of making mistakes. Womp. Let's see. John says, yeah, he'll unretire, he'll retire, then unretire like Favre. Mac, the Giants fan, Aaron Rodgers, the diva. John Anderson says he can't retire going out sucking. I don't think he really, if you look at last year, he wasn't necessarily on the field, at least the problem. Well, off the field, yeah, but not on the field. John says it's sad men being divas. Your men act like it. Was that directed at us? Because you pluralized that, John. I'm not sure if that was us. Wait, hold on a second here. Bad guy says we have to explore each option. Exactly. G says, I don't think Bill Parcells would have stand for this. He says, John says, Bill Parcells would have told these guys off on live TV. And John says, how about Sam Ellinger? He's a free agent body we could develop. He was great in college for Texas, still young. I'm good with there. I'm not interested in that one. Dip said, heard a good line today. Teams are playing chess and Giants are playing checkers. Sounds about right. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like we're playing tic-tac-toe and losing personally, but that's just me.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.